Hello everybody. I'm gonna make a very short video here on how to put a hole that goes through and through an object. So we're gonna start with SketchUp app, feet and inches. For my 7th grade students, this is something that I don't think we really got the practice. My 8th graders, because we were designing a race car, got a lot of practice on this. So of course that's Helen. We're going to start by getting our zoom correct. So I'm going to grab pan, and we want to see only part of Helen's boot as we zoom in. If we don't zoom in enough, like if you were able to see all of Helen, the software is going to give you feet instead of inches. It's a feet and inches template, and if you're zoomed out, it goes right to feet. And that's not what we want. So that's why we want to zoom in so we don't see part of our boot. So let's make a simple shape here. I'm going to click draw a line. I'm going to snap it to origin. And we'll do 6 inches. We'll do 6 inches by 4 inches. Okay, now I can zoom in further because I have this as my reference to see what I'm doing. Of course I use pan, and please don't ever use the screen to zoom in. That will cause you so many headaches and make the drawing pretty much impossible to finish. So I'm going to lift this thing, and we'll lift it 1 inch using the push-pull. So this, all my students are familiar with. We've used this tool a lot. This is a really important tool. So I'm going to go for 1 inch. And now I have a 6 inch long, 4 inch wide, 1 inch high rectangular object. So I'm going to grab orbit. And there's different methods for locating where we're going to put a shape. And there is a shape menu. If you look right here in the middle of the toolbar and we click on this, it starts off as a square shape and then offers you all different shapes. So if I select circle, when I use it, it'll give me a circle. And right now it's trying to help me put a circle on the blue axis. This is why I ask you never to have that red circle on to accompany your pointer on the Chromebook. When you have that app turned on, it will look like you're placing a circle on the red axis. So I'm going to do something quick here. I'm going to click draw a line. And of course this has the ability to snap from center of a line to center of a line, midpoints. Let's find the midpoint of this. So what I've done is made 2 lines, snap to the midpoint. So now we found dead center of this thing. So now, because I set this to circle, I can place a circle on here. And this thing works with radius, not diameter. So let's say make this a 1/4 inch radius hole. I then have located my hole. So these lines I had made to locate this, they don't need to be here anymore. Now when I did the push-pull, I raised this thing upward 1 inch. So to make a through and through hole, I need to push this 1 inch. And of course when you use the push, making a hole in an object, you always want to have it tilted in such a way that it will allow the mouse to make that hole. So I'm going to click push-pull. I snap on the circle. And when it hits 1 inch, it should give me what I want. Just past it by a little bit. Okay, so I released it at 1 inch. So now when I use orbit, I should be able to see a through and through hole. Now, if you were to make this more than 1 inch, you would have what would look like a peg sticking out the bottom. That is not what we want. So our answer here is simply whatever the thickness of the object is what we want the push-pull to be to get your through-and-through hole. And this should help you in making the cell phone holder, since you need a place for the cord to come up and through. And to be creative here, there's more you could do. You could actually put a hole here, find the center here, just the way I did before, and make it like a tunnel where it meets this hole. So you could have the cord feed through the bottom of it, and this would be your base, and then you'd build on top of this to create something for the phone to lean on. There's a lot of ways you could take this, so you can customize it. There's even text options somewhere in here, so you can even put your name along the side of it. The trickiest part there is just making sure the text actually attaches to the object. Anyway, I hope this helps.